Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shaman's Horde on Nyxus Gaming. We are here in New Vegas in the Honest Hearts DLC, jumping right into the action with no quirky intro. We are just far enough into the story where we've talked to Daniel, and Follows Chalk has left our service, but no matter, Daniel has pointed us to a new companion that we can get, part of the Sorrows tribe. We are going for Waking Cloud now. Now, you do have to walk just a little bit out of the canyon to see her, but once you turn this corner right here, she should begin running right up to you. And there she is.
Daniel said that I was to travel with you until you have completed your scouting. Is this pleasing to you?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Certainly. We should make haste then.
And with that, Waking Cloud gives us the Quiet as the Waters perk. While she is in our party, it is much easier to sneak by the White Legs, because it actively decreases their perception when we're around them. So a really good companion if you play the sneaky character and prefer the stealth route, but I'm not that type of guy, so that's gonna be that. Now, Waking Cloud does have her own companion quest, but there's another quest that she is a important part of. At some point you might get the dialogue option to ask about her weapon. She isn't wearing it now, but she carries around a Yao Guai gauntlet. Now, I've tried, but I can't get this dialogue option for her, so I'm gonna skip that part. All you do is ask her about it, and she will explain how it is the symbol of her tribe, and she will point you to the shaman of her tribe, Whitebird. So let's head to his cave next. And here we are at Whitebird's cave, and that is the man himself. He is also wearing the gauntlet that we cannot currently see on Waking Cloud, so there's what it looks like for you. Kind of resembles my Deathclaw gauntlet, but not as cool.
Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth?
What? I don't know what visions of truth means.
Take drugs, kill a bear. Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth, they guide you.
Okay then, I guess I'll just go then.
Go. Return, maybe yes. Return, maybe no. But go.
Strange plants in the valley.
He's a man of few words, this Whitebird. Now that take drugs, kill a bear comment, you only get if you have the Wild Wasteland perk, as explained in my Wild Wasteland video. But this is going to activate the Rite of Passage quest, in which you need to get roots from 3 sacred datura plants. And you can find these around the Sorrows camp here. So, commence the speed up. And once you have all 3 of the roots in tow, you're just going to want to return to the Shaman Whitebird. And here we are, back in his cave. Let's give him these roots.
You have root of sacred datura?
I have them right here.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
Wait. I need a moment.
Tea will wait. Me? Maybe not.
I have some questions first. Okay, we can't ask questions. We gotta do it. Let's do this.
Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost of she. Lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
And with that, we drink the tea and get slightly high off of it. But now we have the objective to retrieve the paw from the ghost of she. But I want to ask him something about this.
Does ghost of she like quiet and grave?
No, I have some questions. It's just staring at me. Who or what is the ghost of she, and why am I on drugs?
Sad story. Not for your ears from my lips. Ask midwife. She speak to your ears.
And he points us to Waking Cloud here for the full story.
Katubiu.
Tell me about the ghost of she.
That is a sad story. I do not like to tell it, but if you are asking, it must be at Whitebird's request. That I will honor. Long ago, a girl lived among this tribe. She was a curious child, and a clever one. And her mother had a devil's time watching over her. One day, the child slipped away from camp and went to play in the caves nearby. The girl did not know that a Yaoguai slept in that cave. The girl died. The tribe wept. For the girl had died before her naming day, and her ghost would remain restless and wandering upon the earth. Many hunters tried to kill the beast, but it eluded them or drove them off. The shaman said that since it had consumed the girl, the two were one. So we call the beast Ghost of She, for the child had no name to be called. That is the story of the Ghost of She. It is a sad story. It is our story.
Well, okay then.
Then
I guess we're going to kill ourselves a ghost of she. Now remember, we're on drugs, and our only goal is to get the paw off this bear. So one of the ideal places to fast travel to would be the Caterpillar's Mound for this, but sadly, I do not have that location. So I'm going straight to Ranger Substation Osprey, and I will meet you guys at the Ghost of She. Now, when you arrive at the area of the map where the Ghost of She is, you'll find that this isn't your average Yaoguai fight.
This is the Ghost of She's lair. I was never brave enough to try to fight.
The drugs quickly take effect, and you find yourself fighting a flaming bear. Going blind, and then there's a lot of them. But eventually, you defeat the Ghost of She, and you rip off her paw. Now all that is left is to return to Whitebird the Shaman.
Does Ghost of She like quiet and grave?
It's done.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to curious trader. Either way, says much about you.
And with that, he gives us the She's Embrace, a unique Yaoguai gauntlet that does 35 damage and 87 DPS a second. For example, our Fist of the North War does about twice that, so it's not great, but it is, nonetheless, a cool little weapon to have. And now that we've gone on a little adventure with her, I say we take this time to ask Waking Cloud a few questions and get to know her a little better.
Katubiu.
So, what's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill-omened, no? Midwife to Sorrows?
Midwife, I haven't seen any children around.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
What do you do when you're not delivering babies?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
What would you speak of?
Tell me more about your tribe.
We have dwelt in the Narrows since the end that came in fire. When the Father in the caves punished the world and made us forget the Holy Tongue. We have had good relations with the other tribes in the valley. At least before Salt Upon Wounds brought his Whitelegs here. We have Daniel to thank for our continued existence. His advice and help has kept the Whitelegs from overrunning us, so far. I do not know how long even he can protect us, though.
Do you have any family?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Safe? Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
I could talk to him. Maybe he'll open up more to me.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it.
And with that, we get her companion quest, A Family Affair.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
Now this is an extremely easy companion quest. All we gotta do is walk right over here a few feet and talk to Daniel.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Yeah, tell me about Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
Did you help the rest of her family leave Zion?
I did.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with new Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a Whiteleg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
It's her husband. Don't you think she has a right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're the new Canaanite who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
And now we have the option
Until
to
then.
tell Waking Cloud what happened to her family, or to lie to her, and this determines her ending for Honest Hearts.
Katubiu.
About your husband. Daniel isn't avoiding talking about him at all. He's just preoccupied with all of this.
This is true? You spoke to him? Oh, that is a relief. Gracias, Nane.
And with that, we lose Karma, but complete the quest, and she seems very
Then
relieved.
I will look forward to our next speaking.
Let's see what happens if we tell her the truth. Your husband, He was killed by Whitelegs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the sorrows.
Now, at this point, you can agree and tell her, yes, it was arrogant and cruel, not exactly the kind of thing a friend would do.
Arrogant. Yes. I thought Daniel respected me, saw the sorrows as his equals. But he manipulates us for his own ends.
You're right. Now, what are you gonna do about it?
About Daniel? I don't yet know. But I am a woman of the sorrows, and I will have restitution for my husband.
And understandably, she is not too happy. But what happens if we defend Daniel? He was only doing what he thought was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice for him.
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
And she seems a little more agreeable after you tell her the truth, but still understandably upset. But that's gonna be pretty much it for Waking Cloud today. Like I said in the last episode, her and Follows Chalk aren't very drawn-out companions, but they are companions with quests nonetheless. So I felt it would be nice to have a video on both of them. Next time though, stay tuned, we do something here in Honest Hearts that doesn't involve a companion. You may have heard her talking about the father in the caves. Next time, we learn his story. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the new Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.